Testing. Yes, okay, it's working. So, everyone, I'm gonna wait just a little bit here, give some people time before I get started. As the title implies, I am at 1993 right now. If I win, I hit 2000 elo for the first time, which is incredibly annoying because I'm so close, guys. Honestly, I cannot wait for this stupid YouTube challenge to be done. Um, yeah, I cannot. Like, there's something to be said for reaching a goal, and then you breathe and you celebrate first, breathe, and then you're like, okay, what's next? I really need that what's next, because I've been playing a lot, and so anyways, whew, I'm one win away, depending on the rating of my opponent, but I believe if it's like a 2000, let's say, that should be enough to put me over. It would suck to get to 1990. Um, I actually just won, and then I was one away, and then I lost that game, and then I won the next game, really, really close. Like, these were some pretty ridiculous. Let me take a look actually really quick. So right here, okay, right here, 1993. And if I win, then I hit 2000. My next opponent like destroyed me and was one of those guys where it just played like extremely fast and extremely well, and I lost that game. Then I won the next game. He was completely winning, and somehow I turned it around. I kept playing. He blundered a skewer with the rooks, and then I picked up the pawns, and I won that game. And then so then again, I'm like, okay, one away from hitting 2000, just constantly hanging over my head. And then the last game, right? So one away from winning. This is the game. What's up, Rosit? What's up? Bishop. Tu dois être dans le métro, quand même. Yeah, I hopefully will be white again. But so look at this game. I blunder. This is so stupid. So I can't do this. And that's actually part of why I decided to throw this on stream, because I feel like I play better when I'm on stream, because I'm going to try to like talk my way through all the moves. Fact is, I'm blundering too much, even if I'm playing fast. So I blundered a piece from the get-go, but I kept playing. Right around here, my opponent chats and says, GG. I didn't resign. Yeah, also this move, that was crazy. If I take with the knight, there's back rank checkmate. He played this in like really quickly. It was kind of surprising. Anyways, we get here, and then, yeah, my opponent whispers me, GG. We keep playing. We keep playing, and lo and behold, oh, his clock's getting pretty low there. It's getting pretty low. I would have loved to have just flagged, have some pawns on the board to flag and actually win this game. Boom, we get here. 12 seconds, 10 seconds, 4 seconds, and flagged, and he drew. Nothing to say after that, I guess. Merci. Du coup, voilà. J'ai fait partie nulle alors que je perdais. Là encore, si je gagne, c'est bon. What's up, Sebastian? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I'm fighting. Karma did strike this guy. So, I'm going to let some people crawl in real quick. I'm going to like change, get myself comfortable really quick. Maybe get a drink of water. Maybe like, I don't know. And then get started. So I will be right back, guys. I'm just going to actually leave. Yeah, no, I'll be right back. And then we'll start the game that could be the last game. We'll see. Thank you. Yes, at least there's a new peak rating. At least I can say that I smelled 2000 elo. Kind of sucks too, because it's like, it's such a, you know, critical game. The second someone like play, you know, the game starts, and then they play some like crazy offbeat opening, you know, but I just have to take it. And so yeah, the part of the reason I decided to stream this, I was actually playing, not streaming, not even recording, just solely trying to focus on my chess. But then I was blundering a lot. Yes, I was playing very fast, so I was able to flag some opponents and whatnot. But to win, you know, this final game, I want to outplay my opponent, and it is very possible. These guys blunder all the time, just like me. So I really want to focus, not blunder, you know, have a good like thinking process. I got my chess bra hoodie on, okay, for good luck, you know. Chess is Call of Duty confirmed. Yeah, I did a Greek sacrifice. I do a lot of Greek sacrifices nowadays because people fall into them a lot. The other thing to remember is that you were so close that you will inevitably reach it at some point. Yeah. Saw your Wesley needs to play gaming channel. Yeah. You have to play Braid. Oh yeah, you were telling me about that. I haven't been doing that channel in a while. It was kind of when Braid Anniversary Edition. I was doing that when I was playing a lot with my friends, and you know, one of them in particular I'm not playing with as much, but all right, guys. All right. All right. Theoretically, if I get the white pieces, I shouldn't have too much to worry about. I definitely have been winning more with the London than my black openings, but I'm just really going to try to focus and outplay my opponent. I don't want to... I'll worry about flagging if I like blunder something, then it's definitely been helping me to play really fast and try to flag my opponent. But yeah, so here we go. Take another drink of water and then we will get started. If you are watching, guys, please do not shout out moves. I'm not going to look at them. And on the off chance that I did see the move that you shouted out, I will not, I'll go out of my way to not play it. I won't look. So actually I'm going to, you know what, maybe I'll close chat. Yeah, I'm just going to close chat. So you guys can do whatever you want, but I'm going to close the chat. You guys can watch. I may or may not be talking, but I just got to be like ultra focused here. God, I would love to do this and then like eat and freaking celebrate. Also, my wife says, so she's sick right now and we're doing dry January, but she said if I hit 2000 that we'd have to celebrate. We'd have to have a drink. So that'd be funny. She doesn't want to because she's sick. So I actually hope that I do so that she has to come back and then we have to celebrate. Anyways. Alrighty. I know I've been harping on you about it. You should play whatever you want to. No, I'll check it out. I'm going to check it out. Especially if it's like it's not super expensive. All right. Here we go. Put on some music. I don't know what's going to take me there. Jeremy Soule, that's who. Here we go, guys. Closing out chat. Okay, we got definitely a strong opponent, so if we win this, we definitely get to 2000. Time to lock in. I get the white pieces. I'll go h3 now just to be safe, I guess. See, the problem is these These 2000, they're playing so fast. They're playing so fast. Okay. This is typical though. It's just a normal London. E4. There's the trap. It looks similar to this here. Takes. Takes. It's got to be E4. That's it. E4. If takes. I have to take. Takes. I'm actually just going to castle. I don't think it might be a little premature, and I don't like having an isolated d-pawn. Can I get away with this move? Queen h5. Here. Takes, check there. Or like this. This. There, takes. Here he takes. No, wait. Here takes. So here takes. Trying to save myself a little bit of time for the end. F5. Knight f3. Like here, there. Okay. There, takes. Takes, it gets mated. Takes. Here takes. Here takes. Okay. Wait, no, sorry. Here takes. My queen is there. If I go there, here, there. Getting a little bit low on time. I want to go there. Now I want to go here. Here, maybe he pushes. Here, there. Can't sack. I need to, if he pushes though, that would be a mistake. I need to open up the light squares. I also really wanted to play e6, but I can't now, just yet. There. So like takes. Can't really do much. He's not taking with the queen, so there's e5 is stable for the moment. We do nothing, takes, pawn takes, rook opens up. Takes. Like here. Not so easy though. Where's he wanting to go? Maybe here? Let's takes. Trying to catch up on the clock a little bit. Let's go here, maybe there. Need to get this other rook active. He's got both his rooks active and I don't. Here, check. Here, check. Can go somewhere. Can't. Okay. Is he going to sack the rook? Here. If then he takes, that would be a blunder. Actually, I bet he's going to sack the rook for 2 pieces. It's probably a good idea. Then I maybe have this. Or I don't, actually. Ah. It's tough. Opponents are tough. really, really want to get e6, and I need to either double up. Thinking about rook here, especially now. Gotta keep the pressure on, although this is very loose now. Oh yeah, of course. I can't trade queens. Yeah, this is, damn it. Let's try my best here. We'll see. I have to start playing quick and tricky, like. So yeah, it's just like, fuck, people play so fast and so well. Like, what can I do? Yeah. I didn't even see that. I should have seen. I should have just traded queens. I don't know. I should have seen that those two pieces were incredibly active. I should not have done that. Still want to play this out because that's what I've done the last two games that I was losing, and I drew both of them. Actually won one of them, so yeah, this is looking pretty bad, eh? Thanks. Jesus. Position just collapsed completely so quickly. Let's try this. If he takes all, okay. Yeah. Well, all right. Fuck. This is what I'm up against. People, it's like they spend no time and they play really fast. I'm like better here, and then I'll bring up the chats again because I think I'll I'll go one more. If I lose, I'll call it. If I win, try again. This is a blunder. Knight here. Yeah, of course. I was winning. I was winning. Yep. Queen G3. It's needed to find the right freaking moves. And I didn't. And my opponent played so fast. Yeah. It's also apparently being told he was peaked at 2200, so. All right, I'm going to go again. All right, here we go for an English. Not thrilled, but what? Okay. How do I respond to this? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go here, snap the knight off. That's how. Play against the doubled pawns. Then we can go here, and then maybe f5. f5, there's a check, so I actually cannot do that. I need to go knight here first. Maybe just castle f5, depending on what he goes for. I'm not going to change openings now, guys. I'll change openings when I hit 2,000, but it's easy to say I recommend not playing London as white, but when everyone knows how to play against it, kind of, but the goal is that I know it better, which I do know it pretty well. Of course, there's still mistakes and stuff, but they know it, sure, but okay, anyways. Yeah, let's just castle now. If g4, okay, there. Go here, pushes there, but here, there, go there. I'm gonna go f5. Does my knight get trapped here? Here. I could reroute though, because now there's the double pawn, so I could theoretically do this. It's pretty slow, but I think it might be worth it. Or maybe he pushes here. It's there. I'm gonna go for this. If he continues pushing, okay, we'll get the bishop out. Suppose this is as good a diagonal as any. Right? No, my knight. I'll go bishop. I want to develop the bishop. And here. I'll go b6 probably. Shut down the b file. Anchor in my knight. Did not. I'll have to take. Okay, so b6 here, takes, there. That looks okay. Takes. I don't think he's threatening anything else, so. Goodbye, bishop. Thank you so much. Maybe I should try to do something down the f file too. Okay. Very aggressive. Can I counterattack somehow? Ah, I see. Okay, here he wants to go. Takes, then takes. Okay, so here takes, bishop takes. Not great. He really wants to get this in, so I can't. Yeah, I just can't let that happen. I wonder if I take with the knight temporarily. Does that work? Probably not. No, I gotta take. Take this pawn though. It's a little bit scary actually for me. Rook takes. Maybe he goes queen here. So maybe I should go queen there first. If queen there, still I take with the knight. Let's go get out of the pin. I'm winning this either way, so. And then, I don't know, like, my king side looks pretty weak, but my knight's Should hopefully come into the position pretty soon here. Take the rook. I'll take the knight. This knight there. Maybe queen here. So I technically could move this knight. Yeah, now I can't. Here, this is a blunder. Let's jump my other knight in. Or I can go here. Here, bishop takes, queen takes. Not sure how great that is. Takes, takes. I think I'd like to keep the pieces on the board. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't. Like, dude, I'm down to 4 minutes and 50 seconds. This guy's using 2 minutes of his clock. It's crazy. Here soon. Love to get on this diagonal to threaten c3. So if he removes the bishop, maybe I can go for that. If he takes the pawn, I'm considering taking bishop takes, rook here. Temporarily sacking a piece. I'm not sure if that's worth it or if I should first go rook e8. His pawn takes, rook e8. He pushes, I can take. Rook e8. Can't really protect this way. I could go queen back there, but that looks okay. Okay. I'll go for the rook first. I'll probably be sacking. What's up, Wemox? How's it going? Sorry, I'm ultra focused. Doesn't blunder, right? I am eventually thinking of going queen g6. Right. Takes, check. Takes, and if bishop takes, bishop takes. Oh, God. Check there. Oh, no. Takes. Bishop takes. Not quite yet. Not yet. You know what? No, here with that. Okay. Takes. Rook takes. Takes. Bishop takes. No. Come on now. Check here. Fucking A, man. Here, check. Probably, maybe giving. Okay. Check. Take the bishop. Takes. Check, he takes the knight. Guys, I think this might be my only option. It's desperate, but no, I'm sorry. Takes, check, he goes here. Check. Okay, never mind, sorry. Maybe I still probably should have played that, I don't know. All right, you know what? I'm going for it. This is my last chance anyways. I'm not going to win if I don't do this. There's like no chances that I win. worms around, probably. Dude, the time, man, I can't keep up. I mean, I can, but then I don't play very well. What's up, Michael? This is 10 minutes. I don't even know. Damn it. Move. I knew I at some point should have just fucking taken the pawn. Black's winning here. What? Why didn't I... Why did I not see that? It's just hanging. The pawn is just hanging. And black is completely winning there. I knew I should have just sacked and had some balls there. I hate to say it. Like, of course I lost this. It's a bummer. All right, I'm gonna actually play one more. For sure, if I lose, I'm done for the night. If I win, well, maybe I'll keep going. We'll see. I gotta play faster, I guess. So I said I wanted to focus on quality, but Jesus Christ, I need to just play fast because these guys play so fast. Sorry, that guy was a new account, so that's why I aborted the last one. Let's try to not blunder and stay up on the clock. This probably isn't the best move, but I'm going to go for this anyways. Because it's usually trickier. Leads to, like, unequal positions. They often blunder, like they do. They move one wrong move and they blunder, so it's kind of nice. Just castle here. Okay. Because we're sort of forced to go. Knight f3. Really gonna try to stay up on the clock though. Here. Here. Do I have something here? So if he takes me, then it gets forked, right? Let's try this. Looks, I guess, somewhat tricky. I don't know. It probably doesn't work, but... Okay, yeah, you can just take with the... Takes, knight there, bishop there, takes knight there. I don't know, man. See, like I'm somehow already a minute down. Isn't that crazy? Takes. I'm actually gonna take with that pawn. I'll go for the battery, I guess. Actually, how do you... Okay, hold on. Here, the knight is defending it, but maybe I can try to bust that open somehow. Here, there, I take, here. Nothing that I have takes now because the queen's in front of them. Probably just don't have anything here. Unless, maybe I can... Okay. Stick my knight there. It's a nice square. Can't go here. Takes. Can I take? Is that worth it here? Sacking a pawn. I decided that yes, I don't want to just trade my bishop. That's what I decided. Anytime he's going to play d5 and open his bishop. I see chat is arguing. Yeah, I'm going to stop at the next loss. I also got getting to like eat I have been playing for a long time today. Bring the rook over. Well, we can't let that happen, can we? I now need to take this, I think. Yeah, I can't let that happen. All right, we'll drop back. No, maybe this rook over here. I'm not really sure. Or I could like, nah. He's gonna play. I guess maybe the reason he isn't playing d4 is because I can take and the pawn is pinned. It does open his bishop up though. What if I go here? Here he goes there. Then I can go here. Here. I'm gonna go for it. Looks tricky and challenging. Yeah, black is probably better here. I wouldn't say it's like utterly overwhelming, but like this pawn's gonna be really hard to take care of, and he can open up his bishop, so. Rook there. Yeah, I just don't really have much actually. That was actually a pretty silly move by me here. Like, now my knight just can't move without the king taking it. Yeah, I'm not playing my best chess tonight. This is pretty bad. Thanks. No, because I can't even. This pawn is pinned. You know what? Screw it. I'm sick of these pawns. I have nothing. I don't see any moves. All I know is that these pawns over here are really annoying me. Like I have no, there's nowhere to enter. There's nowhere to attack. Really, there's nothing to attack. Here takes to like, can't move up. Obviously they can just take here. So this is probably a terrible move, but kind of just give up at this point. Here takes. Takes here, there, check. Oh yeah, it's me. Yeah, I'm done tonight, guys. Why I decided to be all fancy. What? Bishop takes h6. Okay. Wait. Queen h4. Okay. All right, Stockfish. Calm down. All right, guys. I'll be back at it eventually. I'm still at 1972, but yeah, I need to be playing better chess. I might actually, maybe for those last few games, I should have just done a freaking 15-minute game, Because, like, the problem is, when you jump into these 10-minute games, right, like, you either get matched against someone who doesn't think too much, maybe they blunder, maybe they don't, but, like, most people will play extraordinarily fast, and so it's up to you to not only play well, but to also play fast. And if you play well, let's say you have an attack, you need to win. Like, you need to win, and you need the attack to work, because otherwise you're getting flagged. So I think maybe now that I've gotten this close, maybe the next few games, I'm just going to do 15-minute and just really try to play better than my opponent, because I feel like I usually do pretty well when I have the time to think. So that's worth a try, because yeah, these 10-minute games, I mean, it's freaking killing me. I get up like this guy, let's see here, a couple games back, it was like, dude, what am I supposed to do against this? Where was he? It was it was a guy from Saudi Arabia, I think. So, like, first of all, it's in English. Not thrilled about that, but, like, legit, look at his time. We're here. I'm already losing, right? I blundered. Obviously, I'm playing like crap. And the dude literally is moving 2 seconds per move, and he crushed me. Like, what am I supposed to do against that? Other than, if I had the time to actually really think and try to outplay them, then it's just a different ball game. So I think I should probably do that. They also have more time to think, but I usually do better. I usually do better when I can just take all the time to think. I mean, it depends on the opponent, right? But yeah, I usually do better with 15 minutes. I want to say I usually win more with the 15 minutes than I lose. It's just the problem is I don't want to, I didn't want to grind the 2000 with like the 15-minute games, because they're really long, it's like 30 minutes at least per game. Also, that's another thing. Yeah, Sebastian, that's a really good point. Oftentimes, guys, the people in the 15-minute games, so like, here's the thing with online chess. People in general are very impatient, and sometimes they play really well. Who knows? Some people cheat. Like, I keep getting everyone around me just like, oh, don't even worry about online. There's so much cheating, so many bots, this and that, whatever. But you just never really know. And but anyways, so people, even in the 15-minute games, they often don't take the time, and then they blunder, and then it's like, cool, they blundered, and now you don't even have to worry about the clock. You just need to like convert it. That actually does often happen. They don't use the time that they have. That is very, very common. It's pretty rare that I feel like opponents, even in, maybe not rare, but it's opponents in 15-minute games that actually do take the time that they have, 10-minute is still tight, but like, I mean, think about it this way. It's almost double the time plus increment. So even if you do get low on time, if you're a pretty good bullet or blitz player, you know that you're still okay. You just, if you get down to like almost 0 seconds, you got to be spending 10 seconds per move. 10 seconds per move is more than this dude's playing. 10 seconds per move is more than most people use on online chess at all. So like 10-second increment is not nothing, guys, It's still tight, but I don't think that you really need to worry too much about, about that. Um, unless like, yeah, because like if you get an advantage, then you just got to convert, right? Oftentimes, somewhere in the opening or the middle game, when people have the time to think, you can find and spot mistakes. You capitalize on them. You get the advantage. Now you just got to convert it. And when you have the time to think and calculate it, usually you can do that. But anyways, that's my 2 cents because that's the only reason I was not doing 15-minute games recently was because I just don't want to be like I had to play so much chess and I don't know. Just didn't want to yeah, anyways. Cuz like let's really take a look at that last game I played. If I go through it and if I can just spot where I'm like, okay, this is clearly a mistake. And how I might have played that differently. This is all hunky-dory. 95, I said, right? I said it probably wasn't the best move, but I did it anyways. Given the time to like really think about it more, I think I probably would not have played that because it did turn out to be the wrong move. Bishop g3 or even bishop d3 looked fine. Let's see if either work. No, okay, apparently this does not work. See, this shit I never understand. Like when you just let them take and take back with I never freaking understand it. A lot of the time it says it's good. In this case, it's like, what are you doing? No, it's bad. I guess because you end up with an isolated pawn. Yeah, I suppose that's why, because there's c5. So yeah, I probably would have just dropped the bishop back, because bishop back, if he goes here, that blunders a pawn. What else? Here, I like in a 15-minute game, I probably wouldn't play this move, right? Like I would see this and be like, it just doesn't work. I played it because we're playing fast, but hey. At some point, though, let's see here. Here. Yeah. What's going on in chat? At this rate, he is at least 5 years off 2000 OTB. Yeah, 2000 OTB is really not easy. That much I do know. If you're talking about me. I'm also going to make a video, guys, on there's something called, what is it called? Critical period plasticity. And it's basically, the process. It's the reason why kids are able to learn things quicker. It's the reason why if you start something when you're a kid, you're much more likely to, for example, with the foreign language, if you start learning a language when you're like 10, you'll probably have a nearly flawless, you'll sound like a native speaker that other native speakers won't be able to tell that you weren't born with that language. Same thing with chess. I've noticed oftentimes people, well, almost anyone that is like above 2300, let's say anyone above 2000 OTB, oftentimes they played a lot as a kid. So they really let them, like that stuff was like being imbibed by their brain, which then anyways, but the critical period plasticity is certain periods of your life where the brain is super plastic and it is like rearranging itself. It can form and change neural pathways. And the fact of the matter is, after the age of like 20, I can't remember exactly when the last one is. There's a big one that happens at like 20 or 21. It's like the last big one. Well, actually, no, it goes up until 25. That's why they say men are stupid until they're like 25. But anyways, point being, unfortunately, when you start something like a little bit later, you're always going to have a bit of a disadvantage compared to someone who started playing early. And that plays a factor. I started really playing chess when I was like 24, so could be older, but yeah, basically. You can't reach the full potential if you started something when you're old compared to as if you had started when you're young. That's just probably how it is, but it doesn't mean that you can't get like really, really, really good. I'm not saying that. But yeah. James, it's not a speed run to 2000 OTB. That's for sure. Also, people just like to, you know, I'm not making that series with the expectation necessarily that I'm going to hit 2000 uh, OTB. That being said, it definitely is possible. I set that goal as a series because for sure it's possible. Even me at my age, it's possible. Uh, but like on YouTube, guys, fact of the matter is, I do YouTube videos, and you have no idea how freaking hard it is to like what people like, what works, what doesn't work. You have to try to catch people's stupid fucking attention, otherwise, like no one cares. And so, Journey to 1800 Elo, that's what I started doing, even online. No one cared, no one watched it. The video sucked, and then I started seeing, you know, this like Journey to 2000 Elo. And I was like, oh, well, I guess I'll do that because it's working a lot better for like all these other small YouTubers. So it's not really like I'm expecting to speed run to 2000 FIDE. Believe me, I know how good 2000 FIDE is, and it's a whole nother level. But oh, what's up, Jan? I was just watching one of your videos. So such a bummer. I really would have loved, like, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It's just the difference of like 6 points. That doesn't mean that I'm a better or worse player, but I would have loved to just have hit 2000 so I could be done with this stupid challenge and move on to something else. But I guess it should still be around the corner. I'm waking up and playing a lot of chess. I'm trying to get this done before I start my job too, because I know that a little bit less of a priority, but I was close. Yeah, I think I do though need to go to 15 minutes and focus on playing better. Sucks too because I was about to have a lesson with my chess coach today and it got canceled. And I bet you I always play really well after a lesson because it's like not always, but yeah, usually your brain is fresh and you have someone being like, "What the hell are you doing? This is not right. Do it this way." And then you're seeing things kind of differently and whatnot. But you will never get to 2000 AM. Yeah, professional troll indeed. The thing is, you always get trolls, and uh, you get a lot of people in chess that are not all that good that have big mouths. And what's funny is that the like really good players, like masters and whatnot, honestly, like those guys that whether it's a chess coach, and yes, I get it, you're paying for their services, maybe they're incentivized to like lie to you, but I don't think so. And a lot of the masters and truly strong players are the most encouraging people. They're just like, yeah, it's going to take some work. You got some stuff to work on. But it's like the people that don't actually know what they're talking about that love to talk so much. I did a lesson with, and I put out that video with one of the national masters, and it was the first time someone was like, really, is like, I think you absolutely have what it takes to, become a master. I was kind of like, I don't know about that, like master, like even the candidate master, that's really good. But I found it encouraging and kind of surprising because here's, someone who is a national master. He's a chess coach. He sees how I'm playing and everything and is like, look, you know. But yeah, you guys should definitely not listen to trolls because, especially in the chess world, people are, it's, it's rough. And I can also like debunk that in a million different ways. If you wanted to open a debate, why it's absolutely possible to get to 2000 FIDE. It's just a question of time. Like, guys, imagine, you could start, I don't know, what's something that's like really hard to learn? I'm not going to try to give an example here. There's too many examples, but it's a question of like time and energy. Imagine like theoretically, yes, I could just imagine if I was like, all right, boom, I'm going to hire a chess coach. It's going to take some money, but I'm going to hire a coach and I'm going to like spend 6 hours a day studying, not just playing, but like studying. These are all things that I don't necessarily do. Like I read, I study, I do puzzles, but imagine really if you started like training like a professional plays. Like think about that, guys. Magnus, all, like super grandmasters, not only do they have the advantage of like they started much younger, all this and all this, but the way that they train is probably like 3 times more than any of us do. So not only do they have all these like advantages from the get-go and they're incredibly talented and, they're already kind of like the top 1% of people who started young, but on top of that, their training is way beyond what any of us do, for the most part. So it's like, what if you just literally change that one variable or what if I, for example, like I got a job, I got other things to do. I also don't want to be spending 6 hours a day playing chess, but imagine if I did 6 hours a day, like studying like crazy and really doing the things that we know really help that are kind of boring sometimes. Sometimes you don't want to do it. You just want to play. But like, what if? Of course, eventually you're going to, like, I literally played, I played a couple guys in that last tournament that I was in. I'm sure one guy was like 1870. I'm sure he probably had peaked over 1900. And like, we drew. And there were plenty of times where he missed moves that I was like, whoa, what? How did he not see that move? Yeah, of course, 2000 is like the difference between 1800 or even 1900 and 2000 is a pretty big difference, but the French Scrabble champion didn't speak French. His name is Nigel, I think. He also won the Spanish championship without speaking Spanish. That's crazy. Nobody here can beat me? Okay. This guy's he's really wanting attention. Okay, I'm gonna stop giving him attention. Sorry guys, I really need to eat. I would play viewers and stuff, but I really need to eat and I think kind of take my mind off of chess. Anna Cramling. Bro, hear me out. Glad the YouTube chat is nice and active though. Good to see you guys. I was supposed to make another video today too. Maybe I'll do that real quick. Make a video. You have a period where your opponents are far more weaker than others. That's also true. Man, I could have used, like, God, I could have used one of those opponents that just blunders right out the get-go. That would have been so great. Spastoon, sorry. The bell structure. Okay, I'm catching up here. Overlick went up today. Overall went up today. Yeah. Yeah, why not? 1510. It's the Berger structure. It's explained well in the Benzea's course. Oh, yeah. Of course, you don't mind them taking on F4. Only competition is against yourself. I try not to. I'll need to check that out again, the Alex Benzea. The video that you sent me, I watched one of them and it was good, but I don't know. It wasn't entirely clear some of the things he was going over. That's definitely one of my weakest points in the London is like I often just don't, I just don't let them take and take with the have the F pawn. Sometimes I do, but that's usually when they like pile up. I drop the bishop back and then they take and you take this way. But like that way I just typically avoid it. And this is funny because I'm gonna end the stream and then all the trolls like they're gonna have to go somewhere else to talk and troll. I hate to cut you guys off. I wish you guys could just keep talking without me streaming, but in conclusion, I think his odds to consolidate to 2000 are much better than Levy getting to GM. Even then though, guy, like Levy, yeah, I don't know, maybe. But Levy like he just I haven't been following it that much recently, but like dude, literally the first tournament he played after he started that series, he was one win away from getting his first GM norm. So like, I'm sorry, it's a question of time and effort. And also he has his coach saying, yes, it's absolutely possible. Yeah, okay, you have Hikaru and other guys. Hikaru just likes the troll anyways, kind of. And like, of course it's possible. Of course it's possible for an IM. Levy probably is just spending a lot of time, like he's a busy guy and he makes a lot of money. So at the end of the day, too, it's like a question of priority for him. Does he want to just focus on his chess at the expense of his YouTube channel and growing it? Or is he really liking like the money, the publicity, the success, and so on that kind of gets in the way, right? Like, because if you want to get to a GM, you need to be, I'm sure, playing and studying a lot. And he started doing it and it was like going really well. But I don't know if, yeah, it looks like he's kind of slowed down. So how do you like Levy is not getting GM? Okay, but he's not getting GM because he has stopped training for it. He's not getting GM because it's not possible. And if you actually think that, number one, that's just sad because that is no way to go through life thinking just this is what's possible and this is what's not possible. Like that's ridiculous. But that's ridiculous. Saying an international master that's been playing chess since he was a tiny little boy who's already international master could never become a GM is just like that's just stupid. I'm sorry. It's just a matter of if he wants it, and I think that I don't know. I haven't been following it as much lately, but I imagine, yeah, he's like he also has a whole thing with anxiety, right? Like chess is not easy, and if it's really affecting your mental health, of course you should maybe question whether it's worth it. This is a board game after all, guys. We're sitting here, we're playing a board game. There was that funny interview with Fabiano where he was saying that, and like you go in the comments section and everyone's like, what? Like Fabiano is saying chess is just a board game. Like, yes, it's just a board game, just like you know. The hard part for Levy will be the rating, not the norms. Yeah, that's true, because he has to get the minimum 2,500. But, like, he won against some GMs. So that alone, he won against some of those GMs. He got really close to getting his norm. And that was just like the first tournament that he played. But yeah, of course it takes a lot of time, effort, practice, all of that. Oh, he's low 2,300. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, of course. In sports, people know that not everyone can just work hard enough to achieve whatever they want. Of course, but here's my argument to that. Okay, number one, it's actually very simple. You come to me and you say, I want to, what's the example you used? Run 100 meters in under 10 seconds, right? Let's say, like, come on, let's make it somewhat realistic. You've ran before. I don't even know how hard that is, whatever, but let's just use that as an example. And I say, okay, you know, what have you done to try to reach this goal? And no, let's imagine you also like, but I just, it's not possible. I really wanted to do this, but it's not possible. And you're just like convinced it's not possible. Well, if I say to you, okay, well, have you tried? And you say no, not like you already sound like an idiot. You already sound stupid. But also, if I'm like, okay, well, have you tried? And you're like, yeah, I tried. I tried training for it. And I'm like, okay, what did you do? I guarantee you at some point or another, right, we're going to realize that you haven't tried hard enough. Like you haven't until you have exhausted, you know, until you've pushed yourself to your utmost limit. Why would you ever say something is possible or not possible? Yes, okay. Like I will say, if you did not start playing chess as a kid, at a pretty young age, let's just say a kid, right? Let's just say if you haven't started playing chess under the age of 15 years old, you will never become a GM. I think it's probably safe to say that, right? It's probably safe to say, I still wouldn't say never, 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 but I would say it's very, very unlikely. That is a way bigger example than just, I don't know, probably running, uh, oh my God. Zen Mind is just free rating for his opponents. Anyways, gamers searching for attention. Anyways, um, no, but it's true, guys. Like it makes sense. Like it makes sense if you just take a scientific approach to something. You can't say something's not possible if you haven't fucking tried it. Like if you haven't tried it, if you haven't even explored and experimented with what is or isn't possible, how could you possibly conclude indefinitely that it is not possible? That's a stupid thing to say because in any other world, like if you did something like that in the world of science, they'd be like, that's not right. Like you can't prove something whether it exists or does not exist. You cannot do that. So I'm just bringing like a scientific approach here. If someone has exhausted everything and they've like really, really, really tried and haven't even come close, then yeah, maybe you're like, yeah, it's probably not possible for me. I don't know. And then you'll at least have tried. But if you haven't even tried and pushed yourself to your limits, you have no idea. Like people have no idea what is possible when someone tries like 110%. And do you know how hard it is to like train at something or try like 110%? Let's take this for example. We'll give another example. I just watched Magnus, what's his name? I forgot. He's like the Norwegian rock climber guy that's really strong. And it was really cool. He got invited by the French Legion, which is the French Special Forces, to go and try out with them. And it basically, like, if you get in, you after 5 years of service in the French Special Forces, you get citizenship. So it's a pretty big deal. And he did it, and he passed. I'm spoiling it, sorry, but he passed. And like, go watch the video, and I swear to God, you'll see that so much of it is, yes, you have to be extraordinarily, you have to train for it. Like 100%, you have to train for it. You have to be ready. You have to be very, 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 very strong. But there's this whole factor of like, when are you willing to give up? And like the guys that passed, they just were able to push themselves beyond what they, I'm sure, thought was possible and beyond what they have ever pushed themselves. So unless you've pushed yourself harder than you've ever pushed yourself, whether that be in chess or whatever sport it is, like you just can't conclude anything. You can, but just know that like your opinion is literally not valid. Your opinion is valid. It's fine. You can have opinions, but not all opinions are equal. And an opinion that's backed up with like some kind of scientific, reasoning and method behind it is going to be like it's going to make more sense. So point being, if you haven't tried, if you haven't really tried something, just don't conclude anything. Why would you say something isn't possible? That's just stupid. Like, it's just stupid. Haven't you guys watched like any movies? Haven't you watched like a Disney movie or something? I mean, those things are worth it for Something. Yeah, Sebastian, it's super chill in Twitch. YouTube, we've got all these like trolls in the chat and YouTube. Also, a lot of the times the trolls, I forget that a lot of times like people who comment on my videos or in the streams and stuff, I realize this when I on my Discord server. They're kids. I realize that I'm like talking to like 10-year-old kids. It's the same thing as like going onto a Call of Duty lobby and expecting people to be like back in the day, because now you'll get banned. But you go on like a Call of Duty, you go play Modern Warfare like 10 years ago, it'd be the same thing as expecting those kids to be like reasonable and well mannered. I forget that sometimes. Like I'm talking to a lot of people are kids, so. I also have a brain. When I say he's not going to become a GM, I have thoughts behind it. Right. But when you say he's not going to become a GM, what does that mean? Does that mean he's abandoned trying? Or are you saying it's not possible for Levy to become a GM? You have to be precise. I'm sorry, you got to be precise. Like if you're debating something, he's not going to become a GM. What does that mean? Like shit, dude. It's 9 o'clock. Oh my god, the day flew by. Oh wow, the day like flew by today. It's very unlikely for him to get GM. He's not good enough. Okay. It's very unlikely for him to become a GM is not the same thing though as he is not going to become a GM. He is not going is saying like it's definitive and I'm sure. I'm not questioning. I would also agree it's unlikely, it's very unlikely, or even it's unlikely for him to become a GM. But there's a big difference between it's unlikely uh, he becomes a GM and he will never become a GM. You know what I mean? And the reason I get fired up about this kind of stuff is that, guys, like, I will always challenge people who say stupid bullshit things that don't encourage people, right? Like, I don't care if I'm mean to people because going around in this world, right, telling people you can't do it, people hate that. Like, and what's sad is that people believe it. And do you know how harmful it is for someone who swallows that pill? Like, imagine your parents. Imagine one of your parents when you're young says, "Yeah, you probably can't do it." Do you have any idea of how that could affect an individual for the rest of their lives? I have no problem being an asshole, especially when it's just like in a pure debate. Like, I'm like, that debate is not being won. I will always stick up for, uh, encouraging people and being realistic too. But the thing is, I'm not just like being wishy-washy, like, oh, anyone can do anything. No, I'm saying according to like logic and even like to some extent like a scientific approach, saying this will never happen is just does not make any sense. And this comes up all the time with chess too, because like, the journey to 2000 elo, you get all the time people are like, oh, you can't do it. Oh, he's never going to do it. Most of them are just trolls. But at the same time, I feel like life is too short to, if it were just me, I don't really care. Like I don't care what people think I can or can't do. But at the same time, like condoning, you know, naysayers and condoning that kind of stuff, when like people, when it influences other people, I just feel like, sure, other people have logic, but as I just said, I'm 99.5% certain, so I can round that to basically 100 and say he won't be. I can tell you haven't taken statistics. That's all I'll say. I mean, we could go forever. I could be like, what is this based off of? Exactly. What is your certainty based off of? Let's break it down, Because if you ask me, if it's, you are claiming that Levy will never become a GM because he's not good enough. That's specifically what you said. Because, let's see, where was it? I don't even know where it was. Anyways, basically because he is not good enough and not because he just doesn't like want to. See you, Sebastian. And So that means, if you ask me, the fact that his very first tournament after starting that series, he nearly got a GM norm. He beat, I don't know how many GMs, he beat at least a couple, I think, and performed like excellent. Like if he performed like that one time, if he performed like that every tournament that he played, like how could you possibly think that he will never become a GM because he's not good enough? That's like insane to me. My point is, yes, if you're saying he isn't going to become a GM because he might not want to, that's a completely different story. But you saying I'm 95 point whatever percent sure, so let's just round it up to 100% sure. Like that's, I'm sorry, but that's just stupid. That's just stupid. Like you're not 100% sure. You think you are maybe, but how can you be 100% sure when you have no idea how Levy trains? You have no idea. How can we, if you're not like a 2000 rated player on top of this, if you're not a really, really strong player, how can you pretend to know like you're no one? Imagine you telling Levy, you will never become a GM. He'd probably be like, how on earth would you know? Like, okay, Hikaru or like a super grandmaster giving their opinion saying he'll never do it. That's different because they have done it themselves, but we haven't done it. So how do you don't even know what it takes necessarily, how hard it is really. So that's like another argument. It just doesn't make sense. Right. Guys, he's 2350 also because he doesn't play classical chess a lot. Do you know how much time he probably spends streaming, making videos, traveling, uh like presenting and all that kind of stuff? Chess clearly is not, you know, chess is clearly not like the utmost like improving his over the board chess. So yeah, it makes sense that his rating is not at his peak. Again, it comes back to the argument of like, what if Levy trained number one, just like any of the other top GMs? What if he just like trained like them for, let's say, I don't know, 3 months? Do we think that his rating would stay at 2350? Probably not. It'd probably go up, right? So, watching and playing chess loads is not the same thing as training to be a grandmaster, though. Come on, we all know that. I watch and play chess a lot, and I know that, like, I I could do way more if I were really serious to like improve quicker. For me personally, sometimes I'm just lazy and I don't. But watching and playing a lot of chess is not studying and training to be a grandmaster. He wasn't taking classes, I assume. Like the whole decision to like get Artur Nixons for his coach, like I don't think he had a chess coach for quite a while. So yeah, 3 months might be a little too little. Let's say like 6 months, but still 6 months. Uh, no, bro didn't get quiet. Bro thinks that he's debating with a 10-year-old or something. I'm just defending. I'm trying to be the devil's advocate here. And when someone says that's not possible, I'm going to be the person that's like, how do you know it's not possible? You know? Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that about Meek Sons. Okay, guys. Anyways, don't say something is impossible if you don't know or you haven't tried. And with that, I am going to split. I need to go eat some food and do something else. So, thanks for watching all. I will see you in the next streamer video. Everyone have a good day.